All right. This next news story comes from The Verge, written by Emma Roth. Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS eShops shut down today.
Oh, I'll be right back. This is more in his territory. Let me go.
Okay. All right. Get home, Captain Holmes. Nintendo's Wii U and 3DS digital storefronts are shutting down today, March 27th, 2023 at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. While you'll no longer be able to purchase games or DLC from either eShop, you'll still be able to re-download the games you've already bought and play online for the time being. Nintendo first warned us of the shutdown last year and started barring users from loading money into the Wii U and 3DS eShops in August. Sadly, this imminent shutdown means we'll have to bid farewell to the hundreds of great digital-only titles available in either store, such as Dr. Luigi, Pokemon Rumble U, Pushmo, Pokemon Picross, and many others. The closure will also make it impossible to purchase the full range of virtual console games on the 3DS and Wii U.
Just sit down and talk. Okay. All right.
Oh, here he is. We got Captain Holmes back in the house.
Yes. Apologize. Sorry, where were you?
Oh, we were just talking about how, the virtual console games on the 3DS and Wii U will also be impossible to purchase. And then, that was pretty much it. But, we kind of, it's a sad day that now basically Wii U and 3DS, like, there's no way to play these games anymore unless you buy physical versions. I mean, digital games are gone forever. Physical versions, you got to pay scalper prices on eBay and game. That's right, scalper prices at GameStop because they're horrible. They're the worst.
For me, the real comedy is Captain Holmes moving around his microphone with the hook.
Nintendo. So you don't like making money anymore, eh? Huh? You don't like preservation? Don't worry about it. We'll take care of it for you. As of 5 o'clock this afternoon, the high seas opened up. The eShop is open for business. If you didn't know, and you have a Wii U or a 3DS, it is very easy to mod them. Now, I may be dressed as my profession. I'm not going to say what it is so that we don't get in trouble. But just know that just because the shops have closed, that doesn't mean you can't still get the games. Aye, Morlang? Mr. Morlang?
Aye, Captain.
Aye. Please continue.
So
I thought character work was my thing. But then here comes Captain Holmes just killing it.
I'm loving it. I love it so much. So if you want to buy games through the eShop, you can no longer do it. But as Captain Holmes is kind of mentioning, there are still ways around it. And we've even talked about it on the show before. Like, let's not beat it on the bush. We've talked about this previously. I don't know if you've listened to those episodes, Captain Holmes. I assume you listen to all of our episodes. But
our signal's not very good on the seas. But I've heard from Adrian. Yes,
that checks out.
Mm-hmm.
Checks out. There are ways around it, and that's ultimately the saddest thing is comes down to game preservation, and that Nintendo just blatantly is like, they don't care. They just don't care at all. I mean, and they've shown that over and over again. Like, this isn't the first time
they hate
keep
money
doing this. They hate money, and they hate their own games apparently, until they love money and love their games, and they remake them or re-release them on limited time schedules, like when they did the Super Mario Superstar Pack, where it was like 3 games, you could only buy it for 4 months, and they took it off the market.
Another foolish Nintendo decision.
Crazy stuff like that. So at this point, unless you want to pay crazy prices on eBay and stuff, and some of those games, fortunately, I was talking very negative before. They're not gone forever. Like, as Captain Holmes is saying, they are still online. There are places to get a hold of them. There are people who are preserving them, but I don't know. How do you guys feel? Like, shouldn't that be Nintendo's responsibility? Like, I feel like that should be like the publisher's responsibility to kind of like to protect those IPs and those games that have been released, right? Or am I totally wrong with that? Is it up to us, the consumer, and the museums and stuff like the Video Game Museum and Bay Area and stuff like that, to take care of stuff like that.
No, it's up to the developers. I mean, they own a lot of intellectual property right now, and I think that they're leaving a whole lot of money on the table. And really, like, it's funny that Captain Holmes said this, and you kind of reiterated it, and I'll triple on top of that it's almost like they hate money. They have an opportunity. There's money that they're leaving on the table continuously. When there's all these great games that like more people would buy, you just have to open up the window of offering those things. Like, why would you take that away from people who are still playing on the Wii U?
People still buy 3DSs. Like, I bought a 3DS just last year, was it? I bought some games on the eShop then, and I also might have happened upon some other games. And so it just like, it's just so bizarre to me. It's like, even though they're not technically like supporting it currently, there's still so many people getting their hands on a 3DS for the very first time, or a Wii U for the very, very first time. And it seems bizarre that they wouldn't want those new people to be able to like do anything on there. It's crazy.
I'm curious to find out your guys' thoughts on this. Do you see Nintendo ever going and taking games that were built for the 3DS and upgrading them like Sony does to some of its stuff that it came out on the PS3 era, and they're taking and remaking or building from the ground up, but essentially like taking the same games that are those popular games and kind of upgrading them or updating them for a new age, like maybe updating how they're played, like with the controls and the graphics and things of that nature.
So the problem with that be that kind of development costs money. Nintendo does not like spending money; they like making it. So you'd be essentially remaking the game, and that most likely will not happen. You see, when it comes to this, the big thing is, right, preservation of art should be the most important thing. So many developers over the years have poured their life's work, blood, sweat, and tears into these games. Some of them were so small that they weren't able to get physical cartridges made of those games. And now they will forever be lost because Nintendo has no way of making sure that this art is able to be preserved. And that is a very, very big problem. The other thing is that based on their current practices of the Nintendo Switch Online services, they clearly do not care as much about their older titles as they claim. There are so many titles left on the floor, on the cutting room floor for these systems that haven't been ported over. And why do you think that is? Money. They don't want to pay Square Enix. They don't want to pay Capcom. They don't want to get the entire library like they did back on the Wii generation because they know they can make more money by putting it all behind a paywall. They don't care about preservation. And that's why we're here today. Without a 3DS shop, without a Wii U shop. But don't you worry. I'm here for you.
I love how that entire... I'm so thankful Captain Holmes is here to deliver this just epic monologue on video game.
I sailed a long time celebrating today. Many a game have been set free.
Yeah, so, man, rest in peace, Nintendo, Wii U, and 3DS eShops. But you know what? They will live on forever through the excellent work done by Captain Holmes and his crew.
Yeah. 3DS forever. Wii U? Sure, why not?
Yeah, honestly, the Wii U is fine. I mean, there's only like 10 games on there.
It's still on. It still needs to be preserved.
Oh, man. All right. Well, that's all I got for that news story there. So
let me go and get the boy.
Get the boy back here for here.
Thank you, gentlemen, for your time. I appreciate you letting me on. I know this was a surprise, but continue. You're doing good work from what I hear.
Ahoy, Captain.
Hopefully I don't have to be back after this Switch generation, but we'll see. All right.
Okay. Sounds good. Thank you so much, sir.
No problem, boys.
Captain, sir. Oh man, that's just fantastic. I love, I've never actually met a real pirate in real life. This is the first time I've ever spoken with a real pirate. I appreciate it.
When I first met you, I thought you were a butt pirate.
Okay, well, oh man, you're the worst. Anyways, moving on to the next news story here. Whew. Ubisoft. Oh, you're back. You're back.
All right, Captain. Take care. Eat some oranges. No scurvy, okay?
Do you know if he does he know Captain Crunch?
I'm not sure. I can probably send him a Seagull mail and see if he does.
You should see if he does. See if he can hook us up with some free Captain Crunch. That'd be sick. Get a sponsorship. Yeah, have Captain Holmes talk to Captain Crunch over there.
I'll see
not
what
all
I can
captains know each other, Garrett. That's kind of not really right. You know what I mean? You're probably gonna get some mail on that. Just saying.
All right.
And the captains know the mailman.
And on that note, moving on.
Thank you so much for watching that clip from our podcast. Remember, if you want to watch the whole episode, the full episode, link will be in the description below. You can click on that and check it out. We got listener questions. We got more news segments. We got what you playing. We got a lot of fun things. So yeah, more than just the news. There's a lot more to the show that you should go check out. So remember, click that link in the description. Check out that full episode.